Okay. Here we go. Okay, I'm in for fire. Let's see if we can get these done today. Well, 2 of them anyway. I'll come in tomorrow, probably for the rest of the heap here. In for the fire. I'm going to do love, sex, and romance. We're going to go into general a little bit. Some spiritual stuff. See if we can't get underneath any issues. I don't know if the air, which as much as just laying it out there. We'll see if we can get underneath the problems. Aries, Leo, and Sag in that order. Giving me time tonight to stamp everything. Start with the general energies and we'll go from there. So first up is Aries, Leo, Sag in that order. Okay, Aries. So we'll start with the general energies and go from there. First card, general energies for Aries. I think I'm centered. Knight of Swords, man. This guy, clarity and authority. So, give me a minute here to suss things out. Yeah, this energy's coming in now. If it's your energy that's going into the air, give me a minute. For most people, it's someone coming in. There's an air sign coming in here. Frantic, of course, the swords. He's the fastest guy in the deck. Clarity and authority. So this guy's coming in with something on his mind here. I'll move forward. Next card. 3 of Cups. Celebrations. I feel like this guy's going to interrupt some celebrations. There might be some jealousies going on here in and amongst that. Sense I'm getting is we have a boyfriend or partner that may be interrupting a celebration we're having too much fun at. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Or someone, if we have some singles here, in Aries singles who might be having a guy charging in real quick. We may be going to a celebration, having, feeling the vibe, you know, with the friends and being really happy in our own element. But there's going to be a guy come out of the blue and shock us a little bit with his presence is the sense I'm getting. Like interrupt, not that it's a bad interruption for the singles. I feel like we may be quick and abrupt is what I'm getting from a dude coming in. Like they're showing me like a bar scenario where this guy goes and he like wants a dad, like aggressive. But I think the tone here that they're giving me is this guy's focused on this person, like the Aries, female maybe, or male, whatever. There's an air sign coming in, wanting to connect. We'll put it that way. Next card, 5 of Cups, grief and loss. That is very weird. Huge celebrate. These are kind of opposite cards. Celebration, happy, being with people that are joyful, da-da-da. And this is the opposite. So we got, yeah, they're splitting. Just give me a minute. Yeah, there's someone, like if we're in a partnership, we're out having fun with a friend, there's a partner or a husband or something come in, it's going to kind of spoil our fun. It may be something heavier than that, though, than just, yeah, we'll just go deeper here. We'll go the next line. Because I feel like there's an air sign here that we're partnered to. It's like we're out having fun, and all of a sudden somebody has some bad news to bring, is what I'm getting. Now, it may not be a romantical, like, you know, like a jealousy thing to begin with here. It may be something different, but continue. On top of the clarity and authority, what do we get here? 15, the devil. Yeah, that was... So, okay, here we go back to the jealousy. This is a great span here. These Aries are really scattered all over the place is what I'm getting, because we do have the scenario runs anywhere from a jealous boyfriend coming in to upset our day, evening, whatever joyful things going on, to, yeah, they just said spoiling our fun, really, is what they said. Okay, I'm going to continue. On the 3 there, which is about great celebrations, we have the High Priestess. So, yeah, the High Priestess, she's about knowledge, secret knowledge, though, right? Knowledge that we keep to ourselves. Intuition is a part of that. So there may have been somewhere along the line, the Aries may have picked up on this energy of feeling like something's coming, but we're with our friends. I'm feeling a high celebratory vibe here with buddies, like going out and just letting loose, really. And then being interrupted in that, kind of like, yeah, I knew this was coming. Almost like maybe the Aries knew that they would be tapped out on this. Like they're pushing the limits to the partner, is the sense I'm getting as well. Like maybe we were aware that the partner didn't like what we're doing here. And I don't know what lines these are crossing. Like the sense I'm getting is we know our partner wouldn't like it to a degree, but we're um instead of talking with the partner to say, I don't like your boundary there, we're just going to plow through it and then see what happens. And so that's the sense I'm getting, is this Aries kind of knows it's coming, but hoping that it doesn't, that kind of thing, but it happens. So there's a sense here she's using her intuition. She knows it's going to stir up trouble here, but she's doing it anyway. Now it creates grief and sorrow here, or loss of some sort. Now, clarify that, we get the Hierophant. In this deck, it talks about, it gives me a sense here, she's trying to gain ingredients to get something to work or to happen. So the sense that we have here, if we have the grief and loss, is like we can't make things work, okay? If we're talking about a relationship here or boundary setting, things aren't working. This is what I'm getting. But I feel like the Aries really walking that tightrope, and they're getting tipsy because they know there's lines here, but they're trying to push instead of discuss with the partner. I think we're just going out and doing things rather than discussing first with the partner. And I think this is what's got this guy all in a, because he knows what he's after. He has clarity of thought, like exactly what he's coming to you for. And I think so does she, but she just never let on, right? I'm using he and she, but you can change that out. So yeah, kind of a funky situation. Now we'll go more to the spiritual side here and see if we can't get some energy to help with that. So the 15 is that devil energy. Like, here they depict it as like sweets, going in, digging into sweets, right? When we overdoing things in any level is where this card comes from. Now, look at this. This is basically the same kind of energy from the spiritual side. The Book of Shadows, right? That's the book of knowledge and where you can and can't go. And then there's that tail that signifies all this devious energy that we can get into. And Aries just loves that, right? They love to stir up trouble, and they like to do it. Why? To change the parameters. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to stir up a little shit, and maybe I'll get my way. And if I don't, then maybe he'll see my point. If he doesn't, then it's going to create problems. And I think that's where we're headed here. I think the Aries may have underestimated the shit disturbance factor. They may have went in here thinking, well, I'm just going to get my way, and nothing else is going to be a problem. But, I'm getting a sense here that we have stuff behind. Now the High Priestess, again, that's about the secret knowledge that the Aries carries. I feel like the Aries walking around with all this keys, but they're unwilling to discuss it with partner, is what I'm getting here. And if we're single, we're working on someone in this way. And we may, I feel like the single person that's kind of weaving these lines, I feel like they're just going to lose a potential partner. But I feel like the one, it's a little more serious in the relationship here, and a solid relationship that they have. Yeah, there's some serious consequences coming down the pipe here. No. On top of that, we get the Seven of Earth. Now it's very interesting because here it's the moon lit in the water, and in here the spiritual, right? This is the spiritual deck. This is the below, this is the above. And as it ironically twists all of that, we're looking at a seascape here where we have a dolphin on top and a shark down below. And that's the thing I feel like this Aries does not understand fully. They're there to have fun and to be playful, right? All this energy of the Three of Cups, celebrations, satisfying celebrations, no less. People that were happy and joyful to be around, da da da. That's this energy here, but they're unaware of the potential of the shark to be bitten by any of this. It's just fun. What's the problem, right? So they're not foreseeing. This is what I feel like, that devilish energy to get our way here is going to get us into trouble. Now on the Hierophant, which is the ingredients, I feel like they're not getting or not seeing the significance of. We have the Maiden of Earth. Give me a moment here. That's that playful, joyful liveliness again. Feeling, see, there's a false sense of security that the Aries is taking on here, is the feeling. Trying to get rid of that glare. Kind of naive, but not naive. I think they're going to play naive, but they know deep down. Why? Because this Empress here, or this High Priestess, she knows. She's facing the moon. She's got all the secrets. She's just not letting anyone else know, including the partner. And I feel like this is the thing. She's playing dumb to the partner is what I'm getting. But it's going to get her into trouble because there's stuff lurking underneath here that she's really not seeing, like consequences. I feel like these are the consequences for her fun, because there's a boundary here, a line she's trying to cross. Well, she's crossing. And she don't want to get caught for it, but she's getting caught for it. And I don't mean, it may not even be a fair. It just, I feel like it's an issue between the partners. And I feel like the male here, he's saying, no, I don't want this, that, and the other. And she's going, well, that's my fun, this, that, and the other. So I'm going to do this, that, and the other, knowing that it's not something that the partner wants. So she's kind of either doing it behind the back or doing it in a way that she figures he won't find out, this kind of thing. How devious that goes, I don't know. There's two devils here, two devilish energies coming out. So it could be. But as of yet, I don't get into that. So we'll go into the spiritual side a little deeper here. Okay, so she's really feeding a selfishness here beyond what is ideal in a partnership. And if she's single, she's running a line here. She'll get tripped up by a partner. It may prevent her from having a good potential partner is what I'm getting on the singles. And the coupled, I really do feel like we're going to get into trouble here. High consequence. So 7 of Earth. And whenever I see this card, right, you see all the chakra centers being lit up, the earth, the grounding, the element. He's in a yoga pose. And look at the skin burning up. They're making me highly aware of that. Going, like the snake sheds its skin, right? We got to shed this bullying. They're going, it's bullying what we're doing here. But there's no reasoning. We just bully our way. So we take action in a way that we feel will be relieved from. Oh, we'll figure it out later. And the sense is here that we need to evolve, and we're going back to old habits of bullying instead of reasoning things out logically. We're bullying and pushing our way through, right? Aries is the first in line, so they're going to push and shove, and they're going, this is not the way it's done. We need to change and adapt that behavior. And they're going, we had episodes, may not have been enough in the past, where we did it the right way and we were highly rewarded. But how soon we forget is what they're saying. And we need that kind of like that part of ourselves needs to burn up. We need to confront our partner and not so much be an opponent to our partner is what I'm getting. They're giving me the sense of here. Now, on top of that, above, below energy here, the shark and the dolphin, right? Dolphin just wants to play and be happy, but there's stuff lurking here if we don't pay attention. Yeah, knowledge. Yeah, they're giving me the sense we have the knowledge here. We've gained the knowledge to go forward, just not using it now. We're not using it. Why? Because, you know, the fun factor, I guess. And yeah, we're just wedging out the partner. It's an imbalance of keeping a partner inside. So an immaturity level here has been reached, whatever, gone to where we've surpassed that. Now we've gone back, kind of fell on bad days with our maturity level. Yeah, that's what they're going. It's just an immaturity here to think of the other partner in a way that we know is going to hurt them. So now on the joyful energy here, interesting, we have the 10 of water. Unfortunately, I'm getting a reversed energy on this card. They give me a sense here. Because the 10 of water, right, is the utmost. The heart is leading the way. So that's seeing all in the heart center, and they're going, And not only that, they showed me the turtle, and they said that's about longevity of relationships. So those in partnerships are really going to sacrifice a lot of this. It's going to, I don't feel a breakup, not that it can't happen, but is really going to put a stress on the relationship that is beyond longevity, like not leading to longevity at all. Like the male partner here, I'm getting a lot of empathy that he's just not seeing a future with the partner that behaves and reacts like this when, you know, we've discussed things that we've discussed, So the sense here is that the partner is losing their foresight for this relationship. It's just not something that they may not want to keep it for so much length down the road. Sorry, words are escaping me, but that's the sense I get. Because why? There's a sense here the man knows that the partner, or whatever situation here, the partner knows that the Aries knows there was a line here that was crossed in whichever way. And because of that, this person may not be able to get over it through the relationship. Like I said, we may need, there's going to be some harsh, we're maybe cutting butter in the living room. That it's going to tension with a knife, that kind of thing. Huge. But it may actually shorten the length of the relationship. It may not be as long-term as once considered. So keep that in mind. And singles, we're going to lose something here for making a kind of a goofy mistake, an immature mistake here. And I feel like it has a very much ego-driven, like I win, like this kind of thing, like either an argument or viewpoint or I get my way, but we don't think of the other person in the process. So that's the general energies. Okay, so the fortune card to dip into before we get into the romance areas, judgment. Soul searching will bring inner peace to many areas of your life. So there's a sense here of needing to look inside, right? And that's the thing. I think the Aries are very much getting caught up in the joy of others, joy of myself with others, but not a partner. Yeah, needing to not retrospect, but look inside and rearrange things. I don't feel they're going to do this naturally. If they come across the reading, they may, switch perspectives a little bit and think, but naturally, it's not something that the Aries is going to do. They're really, unfortunately, a lot of the Aries, they just learn by their mistakes. Everybody learns by their mistakes, but the Aries are they run into them headlong, and this is the sense I'm getting. So, judgment will help them searching your soul, writing. I mean, not many people have time for this, but even if it is just to sit and look over how we affected the partner, because I feel like there's just an inability to take a partner's feelings into account here on a rational level. So we'll get into the sex side of things here, see what happens. It could be interesting. Okay, first romance card for the Aries. Still with the Aries here. 9 of Wands. That's interesting. Following the theme here. This card is about kind of like one of the other cards I had in the last reading, but this to me depicts like, a couple, and then there's a kid looking on someone overlooking this. And the sense here that, how do you put, because I see that as a child, and maybe one of the people is a parent or not, or it could be just a child, viewing this couple. Kind of the sense is that they're trying to not be seen, but they're being seen without knowledge. And this could very well run through this this scenario, like maybe the partner that's charging in so quickly there maybe sees the Aries doing something that they're not supposed to do, but the Aries doesn't know this kind of thing. Maybe this, knight is coming in there seeing something unbeknownst to the Aries. Okay, so this is giving the same kind of thing in a romantical kind of way. So it could be that kind of a scenario. And there he is again. Look at him go. There's the Knight of Swords. So he is just one step behind her. And he is looking for truth and clarity. This guy, he's coming in to find out things, right? Next card. Ooh, three of coins. Now this is interesting because this card brings an energy of forcing things apart or together, whatever. And the sense I was getting from the Aries here in the beginning was that they are kind of forcing what suits them upon the partner without the partner's consent, this kind of thing. That's what I'm getting. So this goes along, this is running right into the romantic area. So there is a sense here. Now this card's leaving a little question mark here, but it's still okay because these can be the couple. But I don't know. We'll go, okay, one more step here. On the 9 to clarify, we have the Sun. Okay, so this is good. Now, yeah, they're giving me a scenario. We may have a couple here that is, the Aries may be in a situation where they're in a partnership here and they may be fighting for their way out, okay, but not discussed it with their partner, okay. Now they may have met someone. This may be depicting the person that they've met outside of this relationship. Just bear with me. This is a scenario but it's that's highly aspected, okay? Sun is about joy and happiness, or makes us happier than someone, okay? Now, on top of this Knight of Swords, we get the Death, yeah. So that's transition and endings. This is interesting, the Sun and the Death. So the sense here is that if we're trying to go out of a relationship, it's highly aspected that we move forward. But the sense I'm getting is we're doing it in such a devious way that it's not balanced, right? This is what I'm getting. So maybe aspected, but the way we're doing it is not balanced. And then forcing of things. Now, we get the Seven of Swords. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You're going to, if this fit, don't make it fit if it don't fit. If it fits, you'll know. The thing is, the Seven of Swords is about underhanded behavior, doing things behind the backs of others, taking things that don't belong to you, this kind of thing. Sense I'm getting is either the male in this partnership. Oh, just give me a minute to sort these energies out here. Okay, there's a few ways. Okay, so we have a partnership here. It's long been told that we're just trying to get out of it, is a sense I'm getting. So we're doing it in an underhanded way, either sneaking around with someone behind the back of a partner that we have not officially broke from, but it's no surprise that we don't get along, but we maybe still join in some way. It's not official. That's what I'm getting. And then the one that's not in the loop, the guy that's the swords dude, he is pissed because he's not been given word yet, official word, that we're done. Okay, this is the sense I'm getting. So, and I feel like yeah, if the Aries, they may not be crossing the line, but they're definitely smooching in the back of the car, kind of thing, and that's enough to get us hooked in this direction that it seems like the universe is behind you going, but it's not behind the karma. You're collecting bad karma here by the way you're doing it. So the Death card is the energy of an ending here, which is interesting because get this, guys, he's ticked because he feels like there's like you're cheating on him is the sense I'm getting. Okay, now Seven of Swords is sneaky behavior. Who's sneaking? Who's forcing things? I feel like the man actually here is forcing things together. Now, who's being sneaky? I think there's a sneakiness about both of them. I feel like the Aries trying to get away from a partner and being underhanded in certain ways, going and doing it without fronting the partner they're trying to break from, without completely fronting them. They may be arguing and fighting, but not like the sense I'm getting, the empathy from the male here is that we haven't said it's over, we haven't broke it, that kind of thing. And then there's shadiness on his side as well. He's doing something, but I they're not letting me in on that, what that is. But there's something he's doing. So maybe it's just this spying thing of seeing you do things and not fronting you with that either. Maybe seeing more than you think he sees, that kind of thing. Whew, okay, here we go. The sun, it's highly aspected though, is the sense I'm getting is where we need to go. We just need to be above board to do it. There's too much sneaking around here. Next card, 10 of Cups. Look at that go. Now, usually I get this as a refusal, but just give me a moment here. They're giving a different energy. Why? Because that sun's shining right through it. And this is the sense is there's an offer been given by this, if you're a woman, an Aries woman, to this man. If you're an Aries man, then to the woman. Because this is, yeah, these two cards here are just highly, she's offering herself to this man. Highly is the sense I'm getting. Okay. And it just depicts here in the 10 of Cups. So there's a sense here, this Aries is, you know, kind of understanding there's something here. But again, we're kind of connected in some kind of way. Yeah, they're going, there's no one in this relationship without that devil energy. Like they're both running rampant here with sneakiness. Okay, so the Death card, and that's kind of the energy that wants to go over all of this. We just need to end this relationship, but it may be codependent. There may be codependent ties here. That's why No, it seems like the Aries has found a new way to go here that's highly, more highly, whatever, better for her. Okay. And then we have on the death card, we have the Queen of Cups. Now, this is about a woman who, oh, okay. This is the swords dude. This is how he looks at the Aries woman. Very compassionate and caring. This is what he got from her. This is the one she's leaving. Keep up with me here. This is the way he saw her, because they go, that's the way he's seeing her. So that he is very attached to that, wants to keep that. But she is truly offering outward to another man, inviting that energy to another man, like opening. Okay, so on the Seven of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. So that may be, okay, hold on here. They're going, this is the Aries, okay? She's in receipt. Now it's interesting because she's also giving out. So is this her partner? The earth sign, this is her old partner that she's also receiving from. Is that the deviousness? Because she's still taking from her partner, but then giving outward. That could be what's going on here. Because, yeah, it's just too cohesive here. It's too tight. All that energy is so connected. So what it is, it seems like what they're telling me here is the Aries is kind of playing both sides equally. And the partner is spying and catching her in lies and seeing how two-faced she is here and starting to catch on to things. Okay, so stuff's gonna start flying. Okay. This is the sense. This is the deviousness, because the partner, the ex-partner she wants to leave, knows more than he's letting on. That's the sneakiness on his part. He's got all the facts figured out. He's watching every move she makes. She doesn't realize this. Now you do. She is going out and having fun with someone else. And she's starting to open up in that way. So this, yeah, this is going to come to a head. Okay, so the Ten of Cups, this really is stating this woman finds more heart, more satisfaction in this area, and she wants to go outward. Now, on the sex side, we have the Eight of, jeez. Eight of Cups, okay. Sorry, the people that are in this is not funny. The Eight of Cups, this is, and we could have this scenario too. That guy that's opening the door in the background, hopefully you can see this. This guy here had a crush and was working towards solidifying something with this woman here. But this dude got in there and took... This guy was confidant to him. He says, oh, I like this girl with the black ribbon in her hair, da da da. And then he goes, really? And then boom, off he went to get that. Okay. So there's some kind of a scenario here in this circle like this. Somebody got to someone before. I'm going to leave it at that. Because the Two of Cups up here signifies the true love, right? Because the Two of Cups, they're separate. So there's a sense here, yeah. Okay, so the Aries, I'm saying female, just to keep it simple. Could be you, Aries is a male going outward. Grabbing something here. Are we, oh, okay, hold on. We may have an Aries female going out to another partnered person. Not married, though, is the sense I'm getting, but someone who's in a partnership and took them away and now is, breaking up two relationships here in one blow. Now, I shouldn't have said that. The Two of Cups is symbolizing the true love. Somewhere in this mix, there is a love connection or one starting, okay? is the sense that they're giving me. Okay, next. Queen of Cups. We have 13 of Wands, right? So just give me a minute of that. Is yeah, she kind of seems like she's, I'm gonna read from the book. Queen. Okay, this talks virgin shyness, fear of showing oneself, clinging to past, although moving towards the future, hesitation and shame. So we may be in a situation where we are feel shame or will be. I feel like this Aries has not gone caught yet. I feel like they may get caught in the future. And when they do, they're going to feel shame. But there's some kind of energy here, like I really can't decipher like this. If we take the partner of the Aries person right out here, it'll simplify things for me by saying that this woman is playing someone up here that she's taken away from someone else. Now, when we put the partner back in, it's like he's going to find out, or he's found out. I feel like he's really going to find out way before he admits he does. The partner knows and is just kind of adding up the bills here, right? Catching her, watching her. I don't know how he's doing it, or if he's like literally taking time out to do this, but he's really got a good clock on her. Like he knows what she's doing, how she's doing it, who she's doing it with, and how long it takes. This kind of thing. And this is what she's completely oblivious of. And he's watching her to time him, right? And this is what's going to create bad stuff. Now, there's this sense here, the virgin, right? Of there's a sense here of sexual energy with this woman. She turns her back on something, but it's almost like it's not the male. Okay, I can't I don't know if she's not sexually satisfied with the partner she's with, and that's the reason why she's going to get satisfaction. But what do you know? She finds true love, but she didn't know she didn't have it. That kind of thing. I don't know. There's some weirdness here. Now, on this offer that is being made to her, I feel like that's from the present partner. But is that a past offer that she accepted, and this is why she feels she may have accepted an engagement, she may have accepted a moving in or something like this, something major from the partner. There's an acceptance of this is why the shame is coming, because we're doing this after. Like if we just got engaged, we're cheating on them after we just got engaged, or if we just moved in together, we're doing something devious after we've moved in, or something major like that. Given the partner, the old partner, I'm saying old, but they're still together, giving this partner hope that there's going to be a good future. Meanwhile, she's taken off. Now, on top of this Knight of Pentacles, we get the 5. There's the shame again. The 5 of Cups. And look at all the cups here. And look at the 2. It's almost like we got to be bad to get to true love. Like, I think the problem here is we just have a morality that's just not standing. There's no morality here. We're kind of screwing up things. We may be going in the right direction and hitting a good partner, but our morality is just lost, and we're there's something about the sexual energy here. I think this Aries may have sex and love confused. We may be going to a partner here that we think can satisfy us more sexually and feeling like that's love, but may not know. And this may be part of a lesson that we need to learn in order to understand this. So this may be karmic situation here. Hoy, man, it's heavy. Aries heavy. Over this Valentine's, you have to let me know if this makes sense, because it's really hard to pin. One, because this woman is changing her frequency quite a bit. She's going full force in one direction, laying off and being light, and then going in another, and that there's a sense here playing two ends. But, someone's hip to that. So be aware, if you're an Aries, man, that partner you think you're snowing, they know more than they're letting on. So the 8 of Cups, that's that true love in that direction. But again, we're really throwing someone else under the bus here. Either there's a partner that the Aries went after outside of their own and somebody else was going after, but I got it first, this kind of thing. We get the King or Queen of Swords. Yeah, that's talking about the relationship that's going to get cut here. Somebody here is like these two guys in this story. These two guys are connected. They're best friends. He told Casanova about this woman, how much he loved and cared for her in confidence. And then he went and being devious and snuck her up himself. So this guy is no longer going to want to be friends with that guy. So there's a scenario like this. We're going to ruin a friendship in order to gain a lover, okay? So there's something like this in this way. And the Queen of Swords is that energy of cutting. It may be cutting out friendships in order to have sex. It may be cutting out relationships in order to have sex. But, Look at her put her hand out. Like, I want love. But she has to cut something. She has to sacrifice something in order to get it. It's really what they're letting me have here. And she is sacrificing. She just doesn't know it yet. Okay. Now, on the 13 there, the Virgin, talking about looking back on things, but still moving forward. Like, she's looking back, but she's still moving forward. Like, that makes sense with this energy of keeping up with the two-facedness, right? On there, we get the 6 of Wands. So this is her being all successful in it. Now look, she's going in the same way as the Queen. She's going backwards. So she's feeling very successful and victorious. And this is usually a good energy card. And I feel like this is a false sense of security, but we're leaving off on this. Why? Because of all the shadiness in there. She feels victorious. Why? Because she's pulled it over. She's gotten over here what she wants. But she just don't realize. She's completely oblivious to the fact that the partner knows. And he's just adding up the bills here. Okay? Yeah, and look what we end on. So we guess what happens. She's going to be found out. But the thing here is they're going, yeah, that's a tower. And even though she's going to get found out, she's still going to go in that direction. She's still going to end up there where she's supposed to be. But she just should have done it in a better, above board way is the sense I'm getting here. Should have done it above board, because this is going to hit us hard in some ways here. And I feel like the partner, they're muting the partner right now. But I feel like it's going to have something to do with your path forward. It's going to kind of ruin shit a little bit in the future here. Unfortunately, not like it'll cut it off, because that's where you're meant to go, but it's going to cause strains and lessons. There's a lesson there, right, to be learned about doing things above board. But nonetheless, the Queen of Swords, because I really get a complex feeling of come here, lover, but the sword is there and something's got to be cut with that sword. And I feel like that is unbeknownst or to the Aries. Watch if you have children involved here, because this may be where the problems come in with custody and whatnot because of this being, in a sense, not morally just a argument. Okay, so this is not good, Aries, man. So again, if it fits, it fits. If it don't make it fit. Don't try and make it fit if you got things going all good, right? Those in this should know this. Okay, so that's the basics for the Aries. The planetary card to help you through is Sun in Leo, man, talking about joy, times of celebration and success. Now, these joy cards are kind of littered throughout this reading, and the sense they're giving me is just this Aries is very happy. That just I'm going, they're unaware of what they're doing. They're going, no, they're well aware of what they're doing. They're letting their joyfulness just overflow, in their energy. Unfortunately, it's where they're supposed to go. This is the what do you call that? The paradox. It's where they're supposed to go. They're just not doing it in a way that is right and just. It's going to create bad karma for them in the future. You're going to have to pay off through this relationship, by the way. So that's just going to be the rough spot here. But nonetheless, the sun is in Leo, shining bright on them. This is what they're feeling. Very joyful, very bright, vibrant, all of it. This relationship, this other person makes them feel this way, like they want to jump through the sky, da da da. Successful feelings, but there's going to be some tower energy that hits, and I feel like it's down the road here. There's just unfortunately a doomsday coming, but it's an energy of righting wrongs. So bittersweet. It's good, and it's where you need to go, but we kind of went about it the wrong way. We hurt people that we shouldn't have, and da da da. So that is the Aries. Wow, that was powerful. Powerful stuff, man. Yeah, we need to look at ourselves. There's some judgment that we need to take. How we treat others, yeah, that kind of thing. So hopefully that helps you figure something out, man. If you catch it and you don't know, somebody knows. Leo. Okay, Leo 4724. First card for Leo, general energies. The Chariot, that is about movement, successful movement forward. Yeah, those are all four different. A lion, a bull thing, a bird thing, and a person thing. Sorry, just had to look at that. Yeah, there's no conflict here. The sense sometimes from these chariots is we can get internal conflict. We may be moving, but we may have conflictive energy. But here, I think everybody's pretty much in agreement. I'm moving forward successfully is the sense I get. Next card, the Empress. Maybe thinking about a family here. Or we may have someone of an Empress interested in us is the sense they're giving me. For family, all of this, yeah, want to make movement toward us. Next card, 8, which is like the this talks about balance. Holy adjustment. But this is like the balance card, Libra card. Just give me a minute here. I feel like this is really, they're picking up on energies not of the Leo at this point. This is someone, the sense I'm getting, that is either in your field or coming in your field, potential partner, that feels great balance and wants movement towards you. For family, like they want to build a family, the whole bit. the whole nine. They see everything, see all of that in you for the Leo here. Just give me a moment. As we'll go one deeper to the base energies here. Yeah, like you balance them out is the sense I'm getting. This balance energy is very much behind her. Like she looks towards you in your movement. You may not even be noticing her. I'm getting a female looking at a male Leo. You may be so, moving and shaking so much this you're not aware of this woman, but she's highly aware of you now. As we clarify the movement card, we get the Two of Cups. That is true love card, right? Meaning of minds here in a romantical kind of way. Someone that we want to get close to. Next card on the Empress. We get 7, the Chariot. Look at that. Cover one up, one comes out. Now, this Chariot, you see if it's like a family, all these kids in the car, and they're all headed, everybody's happy. I'm going to go another one. On the Libra card here, the Scales, we have Strength. Man, this is the first card that's got any bit of energy from the Leo in it. This is interesting because he's just running headlong into it. He's running headlong into a family relationship or potential, but he doesn't see it coming. Like you see this woman here, she's kind of just jogging, but she's not really looking at anyone. But there's a high potential here. We're just running into it. We have no idea. This is the sense I'm getting. Whatever it is that the Leo's doing at this point, they just need to stay on course. They're gonna be like it, and we're just gonna run headlong into whatever it is. Seems like a relationship is what they're doing. Now on the Two of Cups, spiritually the Crone of Water. So there's somebody's got a lot of emotions that they may have bottled up here. Yeah. They're going release to the right person. We have these emotions, but are we going to release them on the right person? And that's, I feel, from the Leo side, because there's a potential person that could be very good to put all these emotions in this direction, but there's a question mark as to whether this can happen. Now the Five of Earth talking about emotions. Look at, okay, we're gonna on the water field here. Give me a minute. Yeah. Feel like the Leo's going to be ill-equipped for this emotional thing that they're going to come across. Now, this may be a love at first sight thing, and they're not really equipped to deal with love at this point. They're really driven by something else, is the sense I'm getting from this card. They're running headlong, whether it's career, maybe you meet someone at work, and just kind of blows your socks off. That kind of thing, but you don't know what to do because you're not evolved here in the love center. I'm getting a masculine energy here. It's just really put relationships aside for most of his life. So maybe a younger guy. Now we have the 6. On top of the Strength, we have the 6 of Water. Again, the birds symbolizing that union. Give me moments. Music. Yeah, I feel like this guy's got to take his surroundings into account a little more. He's not stopping to smell the roses too much. So this may blow us by. This may blow by us, is what they're saying. We may miss a good opportunity for a big emotional connection here. Why? Because we don't know what to do with it. And we can busy ourselves up to a degree that we don't have to deal with it at all. But the universe, the sense I'm getting here is going to be pretty strong pull to this. Okay, so we're going to go one more. This should be interesting. On the Crone of Water, they're talking about the emotions that we bottled up or don't even know how to deal. Like, what do? We drink this? We mix it with Kool-Aid? What do we do? We don't know what to do with our emotional center, is the sense I'm getting for the Leo. Fine. They're going, we're blind. We're blind. Because it made me see that the blindfold first. Okay. So Leo is feeling, again, ill equipped in the emotional center and maybe wearing a mask to a degree. To a degree, they don't know who they are in a relationship or out of one. They just know, because the sense here is either work, right? Work is going good. Everything's great, wonderful in work, to the degree that we could chew up our whole life with just work and not have anything on the side. And this is what the universe is trying to reroute you guys into. It's like, no, we need to look at love here and where we want to invest in that and how. And this may be where there may be a mask here. And I don't feel it's so much a mask as a needing to discover, period, what love is, right? That emotional center here that's just dripping. Either we're going to be so overwhelmed by this person that comes in that we just don't know what to do. Yeah, either. That is what's happening. That's the energy they're giving me. So on those emotional centers there, we have the 5. The 5. And this is, I always say these goldfish are like your guides going in. Come on, like, let's, get over this sadness and depression, right? Because there's a lot of bright energy here, the potential for happiness, but yet she's all in kind of blue and white, like, and that's the sense I get, though not as drastic. I feel like from the Leo, they're just really absorbed in work and all of those things coming at her, maybe possible relationship, but they're just kind of not seeing it. She's not focusing on that at all, right? Male or female. Now, on top of this 6 of Cups, which is talking about harmony and tranquility and music and how that can make us feel, we have the 3 of Fire. So finally some fire here. A journeying and a new beginning. This guy reminds me, I'm sorry, of the Fool card going off in a new direction. Now, it's interesting to me. This may be the beginnings here. We may have some sadness that kind of preempts us to wake up to love, if that makes any sense whatsoever. That's what they're making me feel here. So we may have had a relationship in the past that maybe we never dealt with. I feel like we're far removed from it. So there may have been a long period of time where we've been without a relationship, but we may have never dealt with all the baggage at all through that time. That's the sense I'm getting here. And that may be what's preventing us as well, or not giving us the strength to want to go into a new relationship, okay? Yeah. Okay, so the Fortune card to dip over into the love and romance. Look at this stuff. Marriage. Well, I got to read it first. You're attracting emotional fulfillment and unconditional love. Yeah, like there's something coming in. I don't have a fate card here, but that's what it feels like to me. Marriage, like, Ma, we got a partnership coming headlong here at us, but the sense is we could miss it or overlook it or not want to go in it. But yet there's a lot of emotion here. Is the emotion from that partner, from that Empress, or if you're the female, is it, which side are you on here? Are you aware of what, are you aware of what you want to go to, or are you not? That kind of thing. Yeah. So marriage is in your future, is what they're telling me, or the potential for a partner that you could, a marriage potential partner, or potential partner for marriage. Holy, it's not that late. Okay. Sex. Here we go. Romance. We'll start with the romance first. First card, Leo still here, 6 of Swords. Now, 6 of Swords is about the beginning stages of getting to know someone, being able to feel comfortable with someone, right? He's putting his hand on her, they're just starting to physically be. So I feel like this is, predicting in the future here a little bit what's going to happen. And again, showing both equally making inroads, though his body language is a lot more towards her than him. Next card is the Five of Cups. What? The sense I'm getting from here, we may have a scenario where I'm getting quarrels no matter. Now why did they bring up the two women? Next. Ten of Swords. Yeah, see, this is like secret, well, I don't want to say secret admirer, but the energy of a man who is leaving a rose for a woman, and it's like undetected. He could be leaving a rose to leave. Oh man. Give me a minute. We may sense I'm getting here is we have a Leo male, okay? I'm picking up on a Leo male energy that it's just not been in a relationship for quite some time, but he's got a lot of baggage, okay? And I feel like this is the baggage coming out in this new relationship. Like he's getting really mad about things like kind of should have worked through in the last relationship. So it's kind of reflecting back the issues that he had in the past relationship that he never got over. This is what I'm getting. Now this 10 brings up, they're going, this could be about a lover we left. Now, did we leave that past lover? Was that the problem? Give me a minute. Yeah, couldn't deal with none of it. Didn't yeah, the energy to stop and front the person. We just left. Yeah. Left everything unworked, like jumbled up. So this is going to create this new direction we're going. It's going to be very choppy beginning. And especially if we don't want to retain the lessons at this point, it may not be successful, but nonetheless, that's what's going on. Holy, that took me a while to get through. Complex energy here, a lot of baggage from the past, and it's going to come out in this new relationship, and that's what's going on. Okay. And this, they're symbolizing, this is the energy that we just left things. We didn't try and sort things out. We didn't try to make the other person see our point. We didn't try nothing. We dropped it and ran, both, and the other person never come forward to, like, we just left. Okay, so that was the energy. Now, the 6, this is about that new relationship and trying to work forward and feeling. I feel like there's a very gentle beginning that happens here, but our issues come up nonetheless and create havoc. So to clarify on the 6th there, we get the Queen of Wands. Now that's a fiery energy. If you're female, this is your energy. So you may be going forward in this relationship a little more fiery than, like in your element, very take charge. I don't want to use the word aggressive as too much, but very much pursuing the person. Again, I'm picking up a male energy, but this could be like go either way. Yeah, and I'm getting a sense. We know we have our attractiveness going for us, right? These Leos and their egos. I'm picking up on this. This may be the crux of the problem here that's creating. So as we carry on the 5, we have the moon, which doesn't clarify a bloody thing. The moon is about all those things that are hidden in the darkness, right? The wolf is there. Just give me a minute. Oh, okay. They're going hidden to the Leo. The Leo does not understand. That's why they're arguing. That's why they're creating havoc. They're not understanding the lessons here that one needed to be learned from the past relationship, and two need to be learned here. This is all, yeah, this is all things they're not taking time to look into for themselves. On the 10, we have the 9 of Pentacles. So the single, yay. Okay, we may have a short-term relationship here. We may just be rehashing our issues onto another partner and just cannot get past that. This is the single and loving it card. The sense here is we have some Leos. Something hit them though to pull them in. It may have been, maybe it's just a superficial relationship. We just got strung up by looks, and then we found that our issues got the best of us, and we didn't want to stay, or whatnot. Because the sense they're giving me is the universe really does want to put that energy in there for you to work a little harder in the relationships, but the Leo's not up for it. Though there was strength in the background there, the sense is that no, because we never learned from our lessons before. We're not autopsying any of our relationships. We don't understand why they busted. And there's an ego that's coming up and going, I don't need to understand. I don't want to. So there's no awareness, no self-awareness of why, so we can't evolve. So I feel like this is what's going on. This is the moon. We're still in illusion. We've blasted through another relationship is what they said, blasted through another one, and we still don't know. We're still none the wiser, but we're just happy to be single. So instead of learning the lessons, the Leo is just getting more steadfast in, I don't want a partner. I want to be single, da da da. Okay, so this is what's going on. So as we move into the sex sign, first card on the Queen of Wands, and that's that element that you're in, fire. We have the strength. Now, again, I was picking up highly on looks and superficial, these kinds of things. So I feel like this Leo, male or female, is really, one knows their potential to attract a partner, and they're very confident that they can do this. So therefore, they're very throwaway. You don't work. No, if you're not perfect, no, you don't, so they go through them quite quickly. It's the sense I'm getting. No stamina for longevity here. Strength is actually their weakness, right? Because they know they can attract a partner. Therefore, if this one doesn't work, they'll just get another one. But they don't realize that they're just looping here. Okay, so the moon, on top of that, we get the sun. Wow. This is, what are they telling me? Just give me. Yeah, because the moon and the sun is the ultimate masculine and feminine, right? So I feel like this is kind of like a wink from the universe going, look, sun, moon. This is the ultimate connection that the Leo's looking for, but they're not prepared to work for. That is what it is. That's what they meant. Okay. They're putting their strength in the wrong areas. They're like, yeah, I could get another partner, but that's not the point. We need to learn the lessons from those that, absorb, smell the roses along the way, not just pick them and throw them away. Like they're showing me him picking it and throwing it as he goes and not even smelling it, So it's like, how do we know what rose we like if we don't take the time to do? So he's, there's a sense here. So the moon, so the sun, and that's about the ultimate right? In the bedroom, that's talking about the ultimate fulfillment. Look at the roses in the background, the fruitfulness of the intimacy that we feel on a physical level. So he may be looking for a partner, and that may have been one thing he was looking for as well. He or she is a partner that fulfills them sexually, and we're just not gaining that. And that may be the reason they got to go. It's not good in the bedroom, so whatever, right? Yeah, and a willingness to discuss, and I'm getting, sorry, but I'm getting a masculine energy here. He's just not willing to explain, because we may have a diamond in the rough here that you just explain a few things and they may warm up to the idea that and meet you, be a match for you in the bedroom. But if they're not acknowledged for this fact, whatever it is that you want, they just can't redeem that. So that's what I'm getting, is we're just getting rid of too many good potentials here where we're going to run out. Now, Nine of Pentacles, that's about that single energy. They end up back at stage one where I don't have a partner, and you know what? I don't care, because I want to be by myself. I want to do what I want to do, and I don't want nobody telling me what, da 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 da. On top of that, we get the Seven. Okay, sorry, it's not funny. But what this is telling me is, yeah, well, I'm discontent. Why? Because I'm not having sex anymore. That's the truth, right? Sword. That's the truth. I can't gain a partner because I feel like that maybe this Leo, some of these Leos may be in a direction where they're looking for physical satisfaction, but not willing to put any other work into it. So very superficial on the physical side. Because we know, the ego's high here. So that's creating a problem, a looping for them problem. They may not realize this, right? Because the ego's so high, it'll carry them to a certain degree. It won't make them feel any better about this energy here. But, they can attempt to go, lower the ego button. How are we going to do that? Okay, next card here. On the Strength, right? Again, male or female, they know what they can attract. They know they're in their element. They feel beautiful and wonderful. They know other people look at them in this way. So they're feeling very powerful in that attraction, right? So the Eight of Wands, right? Okay, that we learned in the last one is about speeding forward. And that's the sense here, is we're just going to move on to the next conquest quite quickly. Now on the in the bedroom, this is the orgasm card, okay? And that talks about gaining this. The sense I get here is that that's what we're really looking for, okay? Now, on top of this, we get the Three of Wands. Now, give me a minute here to look these up. I don't know why I'm going to read out of the book forever and ever, amen. It's hard for me to take a snapshot of this. Three of Wands. Completion of a seduction, giving pleasure, decisions, initiative. Yeah, I feel like once the seduction is done, so is the Leo, right? We've conquered, we got it. Now let it go. I want another one. It's kind of the conquest, right? That's what he's doing. He's jived by the conquest, and every time he gets one in, it's not quite what he figures he wants. But they're going, we're really not, we're not looking inwards at ourselves to see what we truly want to know before we bring it in, because we're bringing people in and then deciding yes or no. This is what's coming across. Thanks, Ross. So there's this guy's, he's really dancing a line of ego where he has to realize he has to get deeper, is really what I'm getting. There's a deeper sense this guy's got to hit in order to get a relationship that really hits, deeper. Because he's unsatisfied in the bedroom, but he doesn't realize it's not because, it's because of his spiritual lack of depth, right? So on this 7, where we're not, being fulfilled in the bedroom here, okay, we have the 12 of coins. So that's like the Knight. Give me a minute here. Pentacles. 10, 11, 12 is the Knight, of coins. So this is about opportunism. Yeah, opportunist, yeah. This is what he's doing, right? Waiting for the right moment, bearer of gifts, restraint, and seriousness. Now, I kind of feel sorry for this dude because he's really again, I'm hugely picking up on masculine here, but it's like he's just too hung up on the things that don't matter. I mean, work matters because you got to pay the bills, but we're letting that rule our life, and the compassion and the love and opening the heart and all of that is kind of lost here on this guy because he's not tapping in. But nonetheless, I'm not gonna beat him down. It's just the track he's on right now, and he's there to figure it out to try and run into an area where he's creating more depth here. Can't hear you. Oh Lord, don't tell me this whole thing is don't tell me this whole thing is no audio. Is that better? Is it, you know what? I don't know if I'm just gonna finish off the reading. Like, are you serious? You can't hear me? Can anyone else hear me? I'm gonna continue. But anyway, okay. I hope that that's not happened. My light is on. But anyway, I'm going to continue here. Okay, on the 8, which talks about the speed, this man is going to move forward. Next is what I'm getting. On top of that, we get the 9 of Cups. What is he going after? What and to what speed? 9 of Cups. He's wanting to make his wishes and hopes and dreams come true. I feel like in all areas, usually the fire signs, any of them, they really take note of having things come in first. And if you're males, solidifying jobs, houses, cars, this kind of thing is make sure that is your first wishes and dreams, and then relationships on the back burner. Sorry, but I don't know. I'm gonna finish. Sorry, I'm thrown here. I'm half asleep. So he's working towards making his wishes and dreams come true. Now on the 3 there, which talks about kind of taking advantage of things that come your way, being in the moment, and it's fleeting, right? We get the 6 of Cups. Now they're making me feel different here. 6 of Cups is usually nostalgia, thinking about the past and good feelings about someone in the past. Now, this can also symbolize that we need to go and think about, that's the sense they're giving me. In order to make our dreams come true in the future, we need to look at how we dealt with things in the past. And I think the 6 of Cups is talking about our relationships in the past, how we dealt, what we need to look at, and being able to look at them clearly and with good feelings. And I feel like the Leo here is just very bitter about the past. One, because they don't understand their part in it. It's not discussed. We just had a conflict and it blew, and that's it. So there's a sense of needing to kind of autopsy in that way, and also to look at in the past when we were happy and how was that and why was that and how do I get that in the future, right? Because we're just kind of mindlessly going forward, and they're going, we need to be aware. And we might have to look back at an experience that we had that was good in order to recreate it in the future. This is what I'm getting. So on that 12 there, that opportunist guy, right? The Pentacles is Earth sign. So he may be a lot more grounded at this point than he usually is, and looking at his Pentacles, right, focused on his money. On top of that, we get the Fool going off in a new direction. So this guy's just kind of hasn't skipped a step. He's moving on. He kind of keeps getting, every once in a while, keeps getting caught up in the same loop, but he doesn't let it slow it down any. He goes in another direction, deals with his money, and then he's moving. And then he'll just relocate, right? This is the sense I'm getting through here. Now, the final card for the Leo. For for the Leo is the moon in Taurus, talks about self-esteem and personal growth. This is a planetary card. The moon is about emotions. Taurus is strong and steady. I feel like the Leo is in his element, right? Is it burns bright and fast and then gone the next, right? So he's the typical knight of wands, right? And I feel like the moon, they're talking about the emotional center. Just don't overflow. Just slow and steady kind of wins the race. Now, it's talking about personal growth as well and self-esteem. So maybe some issues in this area where we're having to deal with self-esteem, personal growth. These are things that may be tripping them up in these relationships. They're having a hard time balancing things out, right? So the moon in Taurus, hopefully that energy will help you. Okay, so that is for the Leo. Okay, next is Sagittarius. 121. Okay, basic energies for Sag. So guys, it's so long, I'll be putting the timestamps up later. First card for Sagittarius, the Emperor. Large and in charge, this guy. He's got a lot of facts and he knows how to use them and he knows where to go and what to do and who to tell it to get it done. This kind of thing, taking charge and boundaries, rules, creating rules. They're going creating them. That's what he's talking about. Next card, Prince of Pentacles, practicalities before desires. I'm trying to spit out too much here. These are two separate energies, so you have to decide who's who here and what's what. Because the practicalities, that's very much a beginner's energy in the field of work. We're beginning our journey to start making our money and be solid in our foundation going forward. This guy's, he's in charge and he's telling other people what to do. So these are very different energies. So you may have, you may be this energy or you may be this energy. It depends. If you're this energy, you are really in charge of people and trying to help them, bring them up is what I'm getting. It's very much looking at this energy here of a young, almost like a youngin', like your young man. We may have a mentor. We may be a mentor to someone or mentoring someone and helping them gain ranks here in work or some kind of area like that. Okay. Next card, Six of Swords. This talks about being concise and adaptable. Yeah, I feel like it's a mentorship thing going on here. Again, masculine energy. I don't know if it's because of what I'm seeing, but somebody that's wanting to help I feel like it's part of their duty, the Emperor's duty, to help this guy along, help him, show him where to go, how the ranks, da-da-da. And learning never just goes one way, right? They're gonna learn from each other. I feel like this is, mentor, like older, wiser person in your midst here that's telling you, showing you what to do. So whatever position there. Okay, as we go on top of the Emperor energy, we get the King of Cups. Now, what is this guy going to learn? He's going to learn to use his heart with this guy. So we may have a situation here where this is a father-son or a relative or a close friend that may be in the workforce with us. This kind of thing is what I'm picking up on here. Maybe someone that we are kind of taking under our wing. We have more heart than we should normally. Not should, but than we do normally for people that are employed under us, or nonetheless. Because there's a scenario here. This is the king, right? Yeah, the King of Cups. So he's this is his family, and he's doing artistic, creative work, and he's looking into his heart center, right, to deal with all of this. So that's the sense I'm getting towards this young man here. Now, on top of him, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, and that's about a new job, new, in this deck, we talk about ground real. I mean, we're really moving rocks here, putting things in a different place. I feel like there's a either a young man or a child. Hi, Shada. We're moving things around, right? I feel very much this is a work situation. We may have a friend or a relative that has come with us and now is going to be under employment through us. So we're kind of taking them, moving, shifting things around so that we can fit them in. So I'm getting. Yeah, on the adaptable energy, we get the 10, the wheel. Yeah, somehow faded. And the sense I'm getting is the relationship between these two people is very much based on learning of lessons in a friendship or loving nonetheless, but friendship kind of a way. Okay, this is interesting. Completely different vibe. So on top of that, King of Cups, we get the Crone of Air. Yeah, there's a lot of knowledge to be gained here. Now we're in the fire element. There's a lot of knowledge to be gained in the thought process of dealing with these two people, whether they're friends, family. Knowledge to be gained in the heart-centered way of dealing with this person. Okay, I feel like this is going to transfer. I feel like this man here, this emperor, he's in charge of a lot of people, and this is just one of the people that he's going to be in charge of. And the fact that he has to deal with this person from a heart-centered place is going to help him in the job front deal with others in a heart-centered way, which he's never quite broached before. But this is the knowledge, right, that's going to leak out. Emotional knowledge is going to leak out over and above this, and it's to do with, the lesson is to do with kind of heart-centered way. Now, the Ace of Pentacles talking about the way that we are offered a job, or a job is being offered to this, I'm saying child, but I feel like it's like an older and younger situation being offered here to someone, shifting things to make things happen, that kind of thing. The next card we have is the Four of Earth. Give me a moment. There's I get the sense that these are like natural forming, whatever. They could be even plants, but like earth things, like rocks and tunnels that are made by the elves, they put together to kind of go above it and beyond things. Now, yeah, the Four of Earth is usually the Four of Pentacles. About bridging gaps is what I get through this deck. Now, it's highly spiritual, right? These elves are moving and shaking, and they've got like a garden here, and there's tunnels going. So it's making connections, right, through work. And I feel like this goes back and forth. There's a man here that is making a connection with either family or friend, and bringing opportunities, right? Bringing things, resources to this kid or this younger person, or this, kid he's mentoring. Now on the wheel, we have the Seven of Air. Yin Yang, balancing. I feel like these two people, are put in each other's lives to balance each other out. One person is way too, the sense I'm getting is that the child is overly emotional. Like I'm getting a sense of a younger kid that is working for someone who's older. He is very emotional. It's going to teach this man it through work. It don't matter, like, whatever sphere here. It's going to teach this man how to work or come from his heart more. Get him to by example, lead by example. This is what he's doing to this this kid is doing to this man, and the man is going to show the kid how to be more authoritative, work on his ability to lead himself, right? Because he may have to work on esteem issues. That's what the emperor is going to help him with, to be able to tell other people and take charge. That's what he's going to do. So this is a great balancing here of these two energies. And again, I'm getting male, but an older male with a younger male, or vice versa. It could be women as well, but they're showing it to me in male that's taking a kid under his wing kind of thing, and he's going to show him the ropes, right? Build up his confidence so that he can go out on his own. Okay. Spiritually, on the Crone of Air, again, the knowledge that can be gained back and forth between these two people is big, immense. That whole book is full of stuff that can go back and forth between these two people. Look at that. Emotion and intellect, that's exactly what we're dealing with these two people. The emperor is highly intellectual, doesn't deal with emotions, right? So this is emotion, and that's the intellect. It's opposite for that emperor, but they're going to show each other. And then for the kid, this is the kid's wheel here. He's all emotional, and then he's got to learn his intellect, right? Especially in this genre, whatever job he's at, he's got to learn and build his way up. And this is, the whole process, man. Okay, so on the 410, we have wisdom. This is the gaining of the wisdom, right? And it goes back to the man, because the kid was behind this card, and the wisdom's going to go back. So not only is this kid gaining wisdom from the man about what he needs to do at work and learning all the tricks of the trade, whatever, but this man is going to learn a lot from the child as well. Kid, youngin, whatever. There's a lot going back and forth here. It's almost like a soulmate relationship between friends, like, because soulmates could be, parents, teachers, whatever. And this is a mentor type soulmate relationship we're still on. Oh no, we're in Sag now. Are we? Yeah, jeez. We're in Sag, yeah. So an ability to show someone the way, and they are going to give back as much as we give them. So the yin yang, Richie, really is talking about the balancing out, right? We have the scribe, 12 of air. And that is like the higher wisdom, right? Gaining. And I feel like the scribe is the symbol of where they both end up after they've dealt with their fate, meaning the universe puts these two together so they can both gain more information than they would have alone, right? And then they become that much more wise. They end up very wise at the end because of what they've learned along the way. This is what is coming through here quite highly. Interesting. It's a very deep relationship. A very what's the word? Like I can't even, whatever. I can't get the word. Now we're going into the sex area, which is going to be weird because I feel this is very much a friendship thing, but nonetheless, we may just dive into a different energy altogether. It's going to bug me, that word. I can't get it, but very honorable. That's what the word was. Honorable relationship. So the fortune card, okay, for Sagittarius, Phoenix, be prepared to be renewed after a period of crisis. I think I used Leo again in this reading, but this is Sagittarius part. Be prepared to be renewed after a period of crisis. Yeah, and I feel like this is they're going for both. This younger figure here might have been in a state of dire need, and that's why this other person kind of took them and shuffled things around to make this guy fit, because he may have been down and out and destitute, didn't have money. "Oh, come here, I'll create a job for you, or if we don't have one, I'll get one for you, or whatever. Come work with me." This is the sense. And I also get the same to a lighter degree for the older men, almost like um instead of being down and out financially, we may have just had, nothing going on, right? Nothing, kind of stagnant in our life period. No action, no nothing's going, nothing's. So the Phoenix is going to kind of, for both of these, one, this kid's going to come across where he's going to start to earn money and be able to make his way. And then for the older gentleman, it'll be to the degree that he will be able to kind of have some variety in his life spiritually. Okay, that makes sense. Phoenix is a good symbol to have, especially this year. Everything's shifting. Phoenix is what I feel for the energy. Okay, last but not least, the romantic energies for the Sagittarius. So I'll be in tomorrow at some point to do the water and earth, finish those off. I usually do them in my Facebook page, Infinity Readings and Reviews, but I just been on hiatus till April, but I'll make copies. Links will go there too, but I decided to do it out here because I just haven't had any action on Facebook. Okay, Sag, last but not least, romantic. First card, Three of Wands. Now, Three of Wands is about engagements. This is a man on his knee proposing to this woman, and then there's witnesses. So, again, this could be you or someone else. Give me a minute. Yeah, I'm just going to go with that energy. Next card, 17, which is the compass, right? But when we're talking about the compass, you have a couple in shadow holding hands, and it's like, what direction is this relationship going to go? It's funny because it's beside the, how you say, the engagement card, or, I want to marry you card. So give me a minute, because it's, yeah, there's something funny about this card, but we'll keep going. Seven of Canes. Okay, Seven of Wands. This card is about reunions, okay? So, and this is about romance. So it's weird because we have an engagement here, and not knowing which direction to take usually is what this signifies. Or maybe it's signifying here that we know exactly the direction we want to take and where we want to go. And the seven is about being reunited. And the thing is here, this creates distance, right? Because there's a train coming in, and we got somebody coming from the outside meeting us. So have we been engaged to someone that we truly were not in the same vicinity? Like, did we have a long distance love that we engaged to over the phone, and now we're meeting them in person? This is kind of the scenario I'm getting. Just give me a minute. Or trips, like the sense they're giving me is we may have been in person and had an engagement, then took off again, and now we're reunited, right? This kind of thing. Something to do with that kind of energy is what I'm getting. So again, it may not be the same as, this seems very distinct, this other energy, but nonetheless. So on the Three of Wands, this talks about engagements and wanting to unite with someone here for the long term. We have the Empress. She is the epitome of all that is wanted in a partner. She can symbolize fertility. She's fruitful and abundant. I feel like if we're in Sag energy here, someone is seeing the partner as such, fruitful and abundant in all areas. The Empress is really the epitome of the mother, right, figure. So we may have someone here that is really wants that in a partner, like motherly energy, that kind of thing, creative, da da da. Now on the direction card, what do we get on the compass? Queen of Swords. Her back is to the Empress. Okay, here we go. Do we have 2 in our midst here? 7 is about reuniting, reunions, this kind of thing. On top of that, we get the 8 of Wands. Okay, just give me a moment here. This Sag, okay, there's a lot of travel here and a lot of movement. 8 of Wands is about, can be the arrows of here. I feel like it's about information coming in that may make us pounce, or get ready to go because I have to do the. So either we have someone here, which would not be unlike a Sagittarian, to be adventurous, right? Here and there, fleeting all over the place. I feel like there's a masculine here that travels a lot, is really what I'm getting. We may have him figuring out who he wants to settle down with. Feminine energy as well. We could have just a mover and a shaker here, or someone that just is traveling a lot for either for work or for whatever, just travel in general, or not being in one space for too long and having a romance with someone who's really out of their, I feel like, where they don't live. So long distance thing. This Queen of Swords energy bothers me because just give me a minute here. What direction? It's like something has to be sacrificed here. And it may be like a work instead of a person. We may have to sacrifice work in order to make this relationship work. We may have to sacrifice something like job-wise, like a location. Like we have to change. That's really what I'm getting. Because this Queen of Swords has her back to the Empress. The Empress is the figure that this person is going after. They have everything that they want in a partner. And it's, what direction are we going to take this? Well, there's a reunion where these people meet up. And that's the sense they're giving me, is that one person lives one place, one person lives another, and the work may be in a third area. So this person may be either in flux of moving closer to something, but something has to be sacrificed here. Now, the 8 of Wands is, there's some information going back. I feel like there's a lot of, obviously, if it's a long distance, there'd be a lot of communication going back and forth to the partners, okay? But not a lot of seeing each other. Though it does happen, it's like I only see 2. It's like one time when he's getting engaged, and then he takes off, and then he comes back again, and it's a happy reunion, and but in the midst, there's a lot of back and forth, okay? Holy. Okay. So we're going to continue here with the sex cards. Okay, on top of the Empress, we have the World. So that's about completions. Okay, we're talking about... Okay, we had the Engagement card backing this energy. Then we had the Empress. That's how they see the person as the ultimate partner. Now the World is like, this is the completion of this project. We're going to get together and solidify things, okay? Now, on the Queen of Swords, we have the 10 of Pentacles. Again, this card always symbolizes distance in a sexual way as well. So it seems like no matter, we have a high... Hmm. I feel like this is not going to go away, this distance stuff. I feel like this partnership is just going to be over a distance no matter through the crux of it. So if we're getting engaged or moving in or whatever, there's still going to be a distance after is the sense I'm getting. Now the 8 of Wands is about all the communication going back and forth, and the sense I got was we got to get ready to pounce. We get the 4 of Swords, and that's about forcing things. So yeah, we may have a partner here that is in a long distance relationship. And the sense is that we cannot compromise with where we're at, or we can't bridge the distance for whatever reason. Either the job, I can't move the job, or I can't move the house, or one person can't move because of their job. This kind of thing. It can't be compromised. It's not working. So I get a sense we're going to go into the rut of, someone wanting more than what they're getting, but this is the way that it is. Now we're going to move forward. 21 is the World. Now that is about completions, but it's about successful completions that make us happy. And this is talking about sex. So to clarify that, we get 8. Just let me look that up. Again, nudity. Okay. Eight. Yeah, this is about justice. Okay, hello. Law, equilibrium, the consequences of one's actions, rationality, impartiality, inevitability, and truth. I feel like it's justified that we're in this relationship is what they're trying to say there. And things are balanced in the bedroom, maybe. Like we're both satisfied is what I'm getting. Okay, we'll go with that for now. 10 of Pentacles, we get the 6 of Swords. And that's that travel, right? The boat, traveling, going, seeing, doing, being. But there's some kind of balance, but I'm getting the 4. Well, the 4-2 is the intimacy, right? We want more intimacy from the partner because things are going really good and we want more. But there's a balance. There's a sense of accepting this the way that it is, but like it might cause a problem in the future because we want more intimacy from a partner that tends to take off quite a bit. Okay. And I feel like this is all work. It's related to work highly and it's agreed upon. We see this beforehand. It's not like we get engaged and all of a sudden they're never home. They know this about this. So it's all, And then on top of that, we get the Devil card. Okay. Let me read this one. I don't want to get it. Okay. 15. Darkness which lies within us, the reflection which deceives, betrayal, superficiality, excess, guilt feelings, egotism, rebellion, disturbance, suggestion, and deceit. So are we in a relationship that creates distance so that we can get away with deceit? I don't know. I don't feel like this is that heavy. I feel like the deceit, yeah, it may be just someone has too much rope on the other end and they can trip it up, right? Let's go one deeper. Shut this down. I feel like that Devil card is just not heavy. But we'll see as we clarify. On top of the balanced energy, here we get the 8 of Cups. Well, would you look at that? That's about walking away, moving away. Things are not fulfilling us, so we need to move on. So, yeah, well, the sense here was that at the distance, everything was okay. But there may be somebody leaving this because it's not quite fulfilling. Now, on the 6 of Swords, which talks about the travel that's going on through this relationship, the highly affecting the sex side here. because if physically they're just not there, okay, in that way. But mentally, there seems to be an essence of being able to take it well, but it's still it's there. We have the Knight of Wands. Now that's the dude. And look at him run right into the devil. Knight of Wands, man, he's the how do you say? Well, he's fire, right? And that is his element. And he just kind of takes whatever he can get and moves along. The adventurous type, right? And if we are how do you say, if we are going from port to port to port, then it's like we may have a damsel in every port, or it just may be the adventurous moving forward that this other partner can't deal with. Okay. You or the other partner, however you fit. Now on the devil card, ooh, 5 of Cups. So that's definite. We were disappointed by a lover. And the sense here, the scenario that could happen is we had too much rope, we hung ourselves, meaning if we're out traveling and due to business, whatever, it's very easy to shack up in a hotel room and get things done, right? With someone other than the partner that's waiting at home. So we may have either had something like that. I mean, I'm just kind of filling the room with things here. But the devil energy is about deceit. So in some way, shape, or form, we lied to our partner. And this created a scenario where someone had to leave, right? And the sense I'm getting is because I think at the crux of it, it is the distance is the problem, even though these two people were dealing with the distance quite well, or faking it anyway. Maybe repressing a lot of feelings here that they just didn't want to bring up because they wanted to keep the relationship. But in the meantime, somebody was being devilish here. And I'm not going to nail anybody with it, but the sense here is that we just had deceit and it broke a relationship. So there's usually a few things that can do that. So the planetary card here, hopefully I'm not just highlighting a scenario, but I'm giving you tools to fix or work through some of this. I don't know. The planetary card is Sun in Gemini, talking about communications. Hone your negotiation and relationship skills. So this is interesting because the sense I get here is that there's a lot of communication in this relationship because it was long distance, but it wasn't in-depth communication about things that mattered. Like it was, how was your day? Da, 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 da. Catching up, but it wasn't deep enough to hold the relationship, right? Because it wasn't enough to get it through. The Sun in Gemini is full-on energy of communication, and that's really, I feel, what was lacking. So what they say, negotiation skills, yeah, have to be refined here. It may have been, I don't know if it's me not wanting to put that devil energy in high activity here, like high effect, or if that's just the energy, I'm having a hard time there. It may be for different people, because it's like I can't say there's not some kind of a deceit, but that could run the gamut to deceitful words to deceitful behavior, right? So, yeah, just don't make any life-changing decisions on what comes here, but use it to hone your own instinct, ability to, because a lot of times if you have someone going out on you and you have a long distance relationship, you got to have a lot of trust to have that work out. And even when you do have trust, it's so easy for someone to break that at a distance. And that's the sense I'm getting here. Especially, I mean, everybody's got issues, right? So, boom. Okay, so that's Sag. Oh, man, that was just a big blur. But that was interesting because I felt like the first energy was very much, very heavy, distinct energy about someone trying to mentor someone else. And this one is more about like someone almost like we either wanted to move in with or engage to, like a serious commitment that we're going to make. But it didn't, it kind of broke under pressure is really what I'm getting. So the sun in Gemini, hopefully the communication will help level things out. But nonetheless, I see someone moving away from a relationship. It's just too hard to keep together. So that was for fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So hopefully that helped you guys. I will be in tomorrow at some point to finish the water and the earth. Again, feel free to join Infinity Readings and Reviews on Facebook. I will be coming in after April at some point to do horoscope readings and pick a card and whatever stuff we can figure out for this next year. Do a lot of readings in there rather than YouTube. So feel free to join them. I'm going to put the stamps and the links down below. So take care, you guys. Have fun and be kind.